Hey guys, I know I'm looking a little bit uh unkept or whatever you want to call it, but I'm about to go to bed. But I just had to get this video out. I just finished eating. I might have stuff in my teeth, but I don't care. I just want to get this video about out. I know tomorrow's Christmas and today is Christmas Eve. I got up from work earlier today. That's a normal day for me. Work, go home and stuff like that. Sometimes I do things, but earlier I said that tomorrow's Christmas, like everyone knows right now. And I just want to say, I don't get it. I don't really understand why people I celebrate Christmas. I understand why people celebrate Christmas, but I don't get why people celebrate Christmas. Like, you get what I'm saying. Okay, let me explain why I feel this way. When I was growing up, my parents, they were like normal parents. They kept the whole, oh, Santa Claus is real. Santa Claus comes to the house and brings presents and blah, blah, blah. And me, I was just how I am now. I was like this back then when I was younger. I'm 21. But I know when my parents would say, like, when I was 7 years old, my parents would say, oh, Santa Claus is this, blah, blah, blah. He brings the presents. But every year I would see the same things. Like, the presents would be under the tree. But then my parents would be like, you gotta go to bed and because Santa Claus is gonna bring presents. First of all, there was never more presents. Like, say if it's like today's Christmas, like say if I'm 7 years old and today is Christmas Eve and there's a Christmas tree out in the living room and there's presents under there. The very next morning there are the same amount of presents. So it's like I just blew up your little notion there. Two, every year my parents would, like, one of my parents, like either my mom would stay at the house, no, my dad would stay at the house and watch us while we played or whatever, just be in the house to make sure no one's killing each other, and my mom would go to the store and buy the presents. And like when my mom would get home, my dad, like, they had to make sure that we weren't in the kitchen or in the living room or in their room when they were bringing in the presents. And it's like the same thing would happen every year. And me being me, at the age of 7, I still knew. Like, I would put two and two together, like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. Santa Claus is not fucking real. Like, I was, like, irritated because it's like they would lie to me and my sisters, and I'm sitting here, like, just going on with the charade, like, yeah, Santa Claus is coming to bring stuff. And if you're already watching it, you might be like, she's a downer. I don't care. I just like to put out my opinion because this is how I feel. On my YouTube channel, I can say how I feel on my YouTube channel. If you don't like it, you can exit out the video. You've already been watching for over 3 minutes, but you can exit out the video if you would like to because it's gonna get worse. But like from then on, I just don't really care about Christmas. Like, the presents are nice, but why are we doing this? Like, I'm a thinker. I've always been like this. I think about things. Maybe I overthink things, but I think about things that happen around me, that happen to me, that happen to other people. I think. And it just doesn't, like, things just don't make sense to me. I have to think, like, why do people do this? Like, I'm like, the older I get, the more Christmas means nothing to me. Like, at 7, it didn't mean anything to me except presents from people that were giving, I don't know why they were giving presents, but it's just Christmas, people give presents and blah, 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 people eat and whatever. And it's like, I don't understand. And then I would get older and it didn't matter to me anymore, and I really didn't ask for anything for Christmas. And I'm like, today, I don't ask for anything for Christmas. I have not spoken to my parents about what I wanted. I haven't spoken to my grandparents. Haven't spoken to anyone about what I want. No one knows what I want because I don't really want anything. Like, it's just, it makes no sense to me. And then another thing I feel about it is like, okay, you're like, when you think about Christmas and Thanksgiving, what do you think about? You think about, oh, I'm going to my parents' house to eat and just leave. Spend time with people that I are related to, that I know, and just leave. Same thing for Christmas, but you get presents. And it's like, so basically, your parents are making food. You might not have seen your parents in forever, and you're just, oh, I'm coming over for Christmas, blah blah blah. Then it's like, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. Like, say if I'm 40, um I'm 40 and I have kids and they've had their children and they've started their own family. And it's like, okay, you don't really get, I might not get to see my family. Like, there's different situations that it could be. There's one like, oh, I don't get to see my family very often, but they come around like Thanksgiving and Christmas, and like they don't really do any, like they just spend time in things and get things from you, and then they leave. And you don't see them really until the next Christmas and the next Thanksgiving. And it's, to me, it's, or it could go another way where, oh, you do a lot of things with your family, you see them all the time, you see them as much as you can, you don't, like, you give presents and things, you make food and things, but it's not like the highlight of the event. That's what I want. That's what I have with my family. I don't see my family very often, but that's only because I work an extreme amount of time. And when I do see them, they know, oh, you've been at work, or you've been doing things that you need to get done. They know me. I'm not like, oh, I live 5 minutes away from my parents, but I haven't visited them except for holidays. To me, it irritates me how people have just drilled into your mind, like, oh, well, you might live 20 minutes away from your family and you don't really see them unless you need something, unless it's a holiday and you're getting something. To me, I feel like society is just dead. Like, it's just like, we're very much alive. We all have heartbeats. We're all alive, but society as people are just not there. Like, things are so terrible. Like, people don't care anymore. Like, they're just ridiculous. They will only visit you, like, with the whole social media thing, camera phones and everything. People will take a picture of food before they eat every meal. That is crazy. That is so crazy. I see, like, every morning I get up on Instagram, somebody done posted a breakfast picture. They planning on posting a picture of their damn lunch and their dinner, and who they gonna eat it. Who cares? Who cares? Who is checking your page enough to care about all that stuff, to keep track of all that stuff? It, to me, it makes me laugh. Like, it's just entertainment. On my way to work, I'm just looking like, who cares? Like, why? I don't understand. Like, every once in a while, I'll post pictures of things that make me happy, or things that I just want to post because I just feel different that day. But there are some people that post like 20 things, like, before 3 p.m. comes. Like, why? Nobody cares. No one wants to know. Like, it's funny to know, it's interesting to know, but no one really wants to know. Like, it just kills me how things are today, and it's just like, people don't understand why you don't keep friends, why you don't talk to nobody. It's because of this. I don't want people around me just to be around me just because of the things they can get from me, just because they can, like, benefit off of me. That, like, I don't like that. And I would much rather be by myself. Like, my boyfriend, he knows that. He's like, you're like most girls I talk to before you, they'll sit there and say, oh, blah blah blah, I have all these friends, but I don't really like them very much, I don't have much in common, blah blah blah, we just party and whatever. But he's like, but you don't care. Like, you don't got no, like, you don't have friends, and if you do have somebody you talk to sometimes, like, you don't have to keep them posted on everything. You don't have to be all in their business. They don't gotta be all in your business. It's stuff like that. Like, I just cut all ties with everybody, and I'm so sick of it. It's like, I don't want to sit here and have to be fake to anyone I'm supposed to be friends with. But that's all I wanted to say. This might be a downer to you, but I've been living life like this, thinking this of people for a long time. So with you just being introduced to it, I've been dealing with this forever. So I don't care though. It's not phasing me. It's just a shock when I see other people still just harping on things. Like, it is what it is. But if you feel